Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about J.K. Rowling and how she played the LGBT community and how her playing the LGBT community proves pandering is so stupid. And the reason why I want to talk about it because I'm seeing a whole lot of LGBT people, especially on Twitter or social media in general, turning against J.K. Rowling for her hot takes. And I'm like, no, this couldn't be the one who retconned Dumbledore as gay and then got awards and all kinds of stuff for it. And fans who just love to pieces this stuff right here. You know what I mean? So it could not be the fans that, that praise J.K. Rowling for retconning something that wasn't there. And the reason why it's kind of funny to see that kind of stuff is because it's the exact problem that we have with Marvel and DC today, is that they sit up there and retcon characters to accommodate for LGBT people, and then when they made the changes and stuff like that, LGBT people find out, and then they want to turn against the person that undid the work. Why you turn against them? What? You thought you had a safe haven because they made some characters LGBT for you, but you never get a chance to really see them in movies and shows anymore? I wonder why. Or, for instance, we got Secret of Dumbledore coming out, and I bet you Grindelwald and, Dumbledore ain't gonna have no kind of romantic chemistry together at all, because it's going to be sugar-coated again, like it was always sugar-coated. Because if they were really going to do it, they would have did it. Excuse me. The reason, oh my Lord, had that yawn right there for a second. The reason why they didn't talk about it is because they don't really care. They only did it because they got virtue signal points, and JK won an award after all of that stuff happened. You get what I'm saying? When there's no hints or indication of a character being LGBT. And that's the problem, that for some reason, when they change characters and make them LGBT, they be confused. They be like, I don't understand why people are rejecting these characters now. For years, the character was read as straight, right? There was no hint of it. And if you're going to sit up here and say a character is LGBT, you need to go and actually find the proof for that. And I'm talking about, like, you can't just take one instance and be like, there, proof, or whatever, or take something that's out of content and be like, there. Was it in their thoughts? Was it in their demeanor? Did you see them with the same sex in a romantic way? And I'm talking about where in the book or in the comic book or whatever, where it's explicitly showing that that person got feelings for them in a romantic way. No? Okay then, so why we changing characters for it? And then as soon as they do that, then they get GLAAD awards and they get praised by the LGBT community, and they be like, oh my God, thank you for this. This is amazing or whatever and stuff like that. And you just be like, y'all full of shit in the damn body bag. You really is. You really is. You really gonna sit up here and let a person who never really cared about y'all like that, and never really cared about trying to virtue signal. She virtue signal all of a sudden after the fact. After the book's already finished, after Dumbledore is already dead and gone, can't come back or whatever. And then they're like, what would be cool? If we made the character LGBT. Yes. And like a dummy, the LGBT people and their supposed allies cheer for it. But that's what I'm saying. Don't you see how but now that she is saying things that y'all don't agree with, it's hatred. She needs to go. Oh, she's such a turf, whatever the hell that damn means. She needs to get killed. She doesn't deserve to have Harry Potter anymore. What? She created the damn thing. whether you like it or not. But you wasn't saying that when she was pandering and when she was giving stuff to the opposite side, you know, over majority of her readers who were like, this doesn't make no damn sense. But it is what it is when it comes to that kind of stuff, you know. But I just kind of find it like, when are people going to wake up and realize that when they make a character LGBT, it does not help. It doesn't do anything for LGBT people, because again, a lot of LGBT people don't give a damn about these books or shows, you know. And I mean, that's just real talk. I'm not trying to be mean or malicious or whatever, but you know, they don't. It's not enough LGBT people to cover, you know, to justify like, oh, I'm gonna make these changes to this classic character, and then get mad that you get backlash from the readerships, and then you want to try to be like, oh, the readership is being homophobe. No, they've read the character, and there is no indication in any of the books that Dumbledore was gay. But because somebody was like, man, Dumbledore ain't got no kids, no wife or anything, it'd be cool if he was gay. And then J.K. Rowling got the idea and ran with it and got praised by everybody and their mama. She sure did. And that's the thing right there. She showed how she can play the system and get rewarded for no action, for no bare minimum at all. And then people loved it. And as soon as she started speaking out about women and how women are women and stuff like that, it got crazy. It did. It got crazy for her. And now everything's in a flux right now, because there are fans, a lot of fans, they don't care what J.K. Rowling talking about. You know, a lot of fans don't believe that Dumbledore was gay anyway. They just ignore what the hell she's talking about when it comes to adding unnecessary facts of Harry Potter after the book is over. And you know, Hogwarts Legacy, and Hogwarts Legacy is about to come out, which that's really cool. I saw it. That was really interesting. And then the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So, you know, you got something. You got something. It ain't much, but it's something. I always say, you know, take what you can get. I always say. So the people who care about this stuff are the ones that complain about her changing things up. I mean, not changing things up, but don't like the fact that she's standing for women's rights, but it goes against trans women because she doesn't believe that trans women are women. Yeah, now all of a sudden, all of those praises and accolations are going out the window or whatever, and then she's this terrible person or whatever. Oh, no. She couldn't be terrible, because y'all was cheering for her a few minutes ago about making a lot of these characters LGBT, right? Right? Okay, then. You know what I mean? You can't have it both ways. Either you want the character to be LGBT, or you want to hate on her, you know? But that's the interesting conundrum I find fascinating, is that she told y'all this character is gay. Everyone lost their collective minds and supported it 100,000%. And she got rewarded for it and everything. Played y'all like a fiddle. And then here she comes saying things that y'all don't like. Now y'all want to try to be like, no, she's a monster. Oh, excuse me. It felt like a... Excuse me, guys. It sounded like I sneezed in my throat. So I was like, man, come on. What's going on? But, life happens, right? But the reason why I'm saying she played everything like a fiddle is because DC and Marvel are doing the same thing, and they think that it's working. And then when the LGBT community finds out that they're using them, they're like, oh my God, you guys are terrible or whatever and stuff like that. It's like, duh, because they played you like a fiddle. They saw J.K. Rowling. They saw they can get some money out of you, and without doing the work, and everybody flocks to it. Even though most people don't care. You know what I'm saying? As soon as she announced that, a lot of people ran to the books to try to either reread, or there are LGBT readers that are like, oh my God, we gotta see this. And then after that, nobody cared. No one cared. But that's just how it goes. That's how funny it is. That's how she kind of made a fool out of the LGBT community. She also showed companies that, damn, we can play everybody like a fiddle and still get money. Let's do it. Let's do this. And they did. And now what's happening is backtracking on people, because a lot of people are like kind of fed up with it at this point, because no one buys it anymore, because everybody like, oh, here we go with this crap again. It's terrible, but it's the truth. And I just kind of wish the LGBT community will understand that they're being pandered to and they're being used, instead of assuming when people like me talk about how dumb this is. No, it's not because we're homophobe. No, because we can see how much we're being used. You are being used. Just like when they try to come out of nowhere and bring out all these black characters, or make all of the classic characters black, and they think that that's going to bring in black people, and yet more black people reject the shit than they accept it. So again, it's one of those ultimate conundrums, to be honest, that hopefully one day it'll get solved. It looks like companies are starting to backtrack the stupidity, which they should, because again, majority over minority, but we'll see. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.